Hello guys, what is up? How you doing? We are back. And before we get started, if you're new, my name's Kimberly and we run a small business called Kimberly's Crochet. And we have this line here that never disappears, no matter how much I move the camera. That's a little better, but not really. I can't tell if that's better. Oh no, it's not. Anyways, we have been getting a lot of new followers lately, so I just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much for following me. It takes a lot to record these videos, and I am the only one doing it. I have mom as emotional support and my cats as emotional support, but it's just me, you know, and if you watch the video, it means the world to me. I don't have an editor. It's, you know, it means a lot, so thank you. And yes, I did just shower. So we are going to talk real quick in the beginning of the video before I get to the main point in the video. I'm going to try to put a time card right here because it's probably going to be a very long talky bit. So, first thing we want to talk about is con prep, which for some reason I just kind of have sitting here. As of right now, the con prep is going to be slowing down, which is why I wanted to start this ahead of time. Obviously, the con is not until January 7th? Sometime in January. If you want to watch how we're doing, though, there's a whole playlist. Oh, playlist. And the reason for it slowing down, I'll be explaining in the immediate future. The second thing I wanted to talk about is I am possibly being considered for a consignment stand. I don't know if that's right, but it's going to be like a display at another store with my products. Possibly. Nothing's set in stone yet, but I am a contender. So, one of the reasons I may need to put con prep on hold is so I can make stuff for that. Hopefully. It's always been a goal. We gotta expand. We gotta keep going. This is my main job. The third thing I wanted to talk about real quick before we get... I don't want to get too personal with this. But basically, the reason why there have been so many What I Made a Grandma videos is because I've been at Grandma's basically the entire month of May. I think I got 1 week off. But basically, I've been there a whole month. And it's been a lot. But we're good now. And the reason for... Apologies. The reason for that is my mom's boss goes on vacation a lot, and they have a doggo, and the doggo needs somebody to watch him. Watch her. So my mom, who's my grandma's watcher, goes and watches the dog. So I go and watch Grandma. But I think we're good for June. I don't think they have anything planned, so. The fourth thing... So, I don't want to get too personal, because that's not what this account is about. Fourth thing? I think this is fifth thing. Anyways, so, my credit card has always been, like, in an emergency thing. Oh, I'm at Walmart, I don't have my debit card, okay, charge it. Oh, I need this, but I don't, you know, like, I have to have something, and I don't have the money for it, put it there. Like, I never actually use it card, you know? And unfortunately, it's been used a lot. So we are going to do what we call micropayments. Now, this is a major thing on TikTok. A lot of people use their platform because they get paid for their views. And whatever TikTok sends them, they send to whatever they're trying to pay off, right? So I am going to be doing that with my credit card, with DoorDash. Because I don't get paid for anything on the platforms yet. So, I want to have it paid off by November. And again, we're not going to go over the amount. But with what I need for, I think it was $22 a day to reach my goal. I think we needed $6.50 per month to make my goal. And I need two things. I want a Japanese mattress to go in that corner, we're gonna get rid of that bookshelf and all that yarn. It's gonna go in there, and it's gonna be like a little nook where I can crochet, and it's gonna be fun. And the other thing, my friend wants to go to Hot Pot this week, probably Thursday, assuming you see this Wednesday, which you probably will. So I need $60 for that. So I don't know. So the reason why I'm telling you all this is I'm going to be dashing every single day. Whether it's the whole day, I don't know. That's going to depend on how much money I make. But the goal right now, I need $760 for June. And that is going to be $25 a day, which sounds doable. But it starts typhooning around 4 p.m. here. So we're gonna have to see what we can do. I'm gonna have to get out pretty early in the morning. But again, the reason why I'm telling you that is I'm gonna be changing the way I do content. So I'm still gonna be posting every Wednesday as my main account day, my main video day. I'm gonna pre-record the 4 videos, and we're just gonna upload them at the beginning of the month and see how that goes. That's what I did for May, and it worked out pretty great. The only problem I really had was the second video on the con prep. It was pretty big, so it took up pretty much all my memory, so I ran out of memory a lot. But these videos will be not as long. They'll be normal size videos. So we'll upload all those, and then if I have time, you'll get a Saturday video. But Saturday videos were always optional, so. The reason why you got so many videos in May is because my phone was literally at max storage because I had so many videos on my phone. Like a stupid amount of videos. So right now I have one video that's already recorded. It just needs audio. So this will actually, but since this one's done, this will be the first video of the week. That one will probably be the second video of the week. And then maybe I have an idea for 3 and 4. But that's basically how I want to do it, so I can spend all my available time dashing and then coming back here and making stuff. The goal is still the store, but it may not, or not the store, the con. But it might be a little bit. And it is what it is, you know? We just roll with the punches. And with that being said, we have 2 boxes of whips and 1 completed box. Now, going into this knowing I was going to be there for a week, I actually made like a floor bed, don't judge me, floor bed at Grandma's house in a location that is not in the way, but it's still, I could still see Grandma, right? Because the blanket is so big and so massive that the only way I can actually comfortably work on it is on the floor. Now, there's towels and blankets, so the blanket is not actually on the floor. But when I was sitting at the desk actually working on it, I was pulling it up. Because the bucket is like this, it's massive. Like, it's not, you can't even get it in the frame. Like, the box itself that was holding the blanket. So I had to hold it up, and the yarn was getting tangled, and it was just, it was a nightmare to work on in a chair. So I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, I've got this corner. Can I just, like... So going into Grandma's, I wanted to not bring any stuffing, any eyes, any yarn. I didn't want to distract myself from the goal, which is the blanket. Right? It's at Grandma's house. I need to get it done. That's the focus. So I only brought enough yarn to... I wanted to make a scrunchie and every colored rainbow for the con and the store. But I forgot about the store and just made it for the con. So, and then chicken bodies. So I allotted myself 2 to 4 days, and it ended up taking 4 days, but it's fine. So from 9 a.m. to 8-ish p.m., we were working on the blankets, which sounds like a lot of time, but unfortunately, I did get a lot of work done, but I still didn't get as much work as I would have liked done. And then from 8 p.m. to 10, 11-ish p.m., we worked on this stuff. I did end up ordering eyes eventually, but it's fine. So, speaking of, and also the goal was to use up yarn. I'm trying to not buy any business supplies for the rest of the year. obviously we're gonna stuffing. We have plenty of yarn. I bought hair ties. I've got a bunch of eyes. I've got so many eyes. Like, I don't know if they'll last the rest of the year, but I have actually started to embroider eyes, and they look really good. But anyways, we have 36 chicken bodies, I believe. And now this, I think I used like 4 or 5 scans alone on this guy, but this isn't all going to this con. It's not all going in the store. It's going to be divided 50-50. I don't actually know how many chicken bodies will fit in here. So the goal, we're going to make them all, and then we're going to divide them up between the store and the con. That's how we're going to do that. I'm going to take as many as I can to the con, but I've done the math, and 4 times 20 is 80. I totally didn't Google it. So we have 4 brown, and then this one is brown and gray. So 5 of those. It's not gonna stand, is it? Oh, they're all different sizes, by the way, because apparently a pattern means nothing to me. We have 1 pewter, 2 gray, 1 mint. Because I love the Tenta mint chickens, but they are a little crazy, so I only wanted to make 1. Now, it took so much to get rid of this yarn, and this was a Hobby Lobby yarn, and the texture is like, that's why I was trying to get rid of it. But 3 chickens, like, just compare the chicken, like, look at that size difference. It's crazy. Sorry, roommates are home. We got 6 of this variegated blue, and then we ran out on this guy. So we did most of it, and I think we only got like 1 row, and we used, I don't know the name of this. Navy blue. That's not the name of it. I don't know what it's crimson, I think. No, crimson's red. Hold on. I don't know. We'll go with navy. And then we have 3, 6, 8. 3, 6. Okay. We have 8 solid white and 7 of the variegated black. That's the same as this, but black. And I'm pretty sure that's 36, but we'll recount here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 32, 33, 34, oh, 35? I was close. 35, 36, okay. So we had 35 bodies, which is obviously going to be its own video, because, do we start with whips? Yeah, let's start with whips. Okay, so, I hope this doesn't offend anyone. I want to be inclusive, and I wanted to do a pride collection for June. My footstool tipped over, hold on. I wanted to do a pride collection because I have rainbow sleeves, and they aren't necessarily for pride, but I mean, so I started to do this one, and I thought with how the flag went, I think it was only fitting that the sleeve be white. I think this is very cute. Oh, this blue here, this was like the only light blue that was blue enough to be this. It had this much left. I was like, okay. It's missing the sleeve. I had just finished this. I don't know why, but this white yarn is Caron 1 pound, and the rest are not. And this seems a lot thicker to me than the other 2. So I don't know. I don't know if I talked about the jam bag on here, but we finished about half of it. So here's the bag, and here's the lining. And they just need to be sewn together, and then the top part needs to be completed. Yeah, so the lining needs sewn on, and then we need to make like the lid part, and then obviously the strap. And I just ran out of time for that one. And going into these. Now, these did not get completed for a very series of reasons. So I wanted to use up the rest of this orange right here. Hold on. So I made a scrunchie, and then I made 6 pumpkins. So if you don't know, my minis are all in that bucket that the chicken is in. So I saw a YouTuber display those same buckets on a shelf, and I wanted to do that, but unfortunately the shelf I got is not as tall as I would have liked, so I'm gonna have to redo the store a little bit, but that's fine. But the whole reason for making the pumpkins is because the pumpkin mini bucket was empty. That's a mouthful. So we made some with embroidered eyes. We made 2 without eyes, and then 2 with eyes. And I did not plan it that way. I did whatever I felt like with these. But these guys all need their stems. And that's about it for these. That's all they really need. They just need their stem. So this one, the same thing. I was trying to use up this yarn. So I actually started to make, oh, I can't think of his name. It's not a wingle. It's a swabble, I want to say. But his wings are actually crocheted into the body. So this was as far as I could get, because I didn't have white. So, yeah. That's this. So these 2 are Snom keychains. So these 3 are for the con, and the pumpkins are for the store. So right here, you see how this one's bigger. This is where the blue is supposed to start, and I didn't have any blue. And this one, I got a fuzzy in my eye. Ow. This is where I ran out of white. So these both need, this one needs white, but they both need eyes and the blue part. Pop-Tart. It needs eyes in the back. So then I was really trying to finish the gray. I had 2 skeins of it, which were different dye lots, and I was just trying to finish it. So I'm like, let me try a new stingray pattern, right? Because the stingrays, I haven't really been selling. So I tried this one. Obviously I messed it up. It needs, these all need white, the white part and eyes. So I tried it again. I'm like, oh, cute. So we had to make 4. So yeah, we got 4 stingrays. I felt like gray and stingray, like that was, you know, that's a good option. Let me actually put these in here. Now, there are 2 buckets on the floor here. I assume those buckets right there, right with the chicken. Yeah. I have shorts on. Don't even go there. I have shorts on. I assume that's all con stuff for the store. Yes, they are con. That's the con stuff from the video. Okay, this bucket right here is overflowing and is complete. So again, yeah, I only brought enough to do scrunchies as like a bedtime thing, and I got carried away. And we did not complete the scrunchies. So, as I said previously, there's a... Is that a loose stitch or... So I want one of every color to go to the con and the store. So as of right now, this is the con. And also, none of this has been in the inventory. So none of this has been added. This is the same orange as the pumpkin. So we're gonna have to add another orange to the store. Let's do all scrunchies. We got, okay. 2 blue. Now, obviously, this mint only had that much left. So, since this one is funky, it's going to go to the store. And this one will go to the con because it's perfect. And then we got safety yellow. Do we have regular yellow? Yes, we do. Regular yellow, in case they don't want safety yellow. Green did not get made for whatever reason. We got another orange. Yeah, green didn't get made, but pink, like I said, I was really, oh, no, don't stick, no, ah! Okay, I was really trying to get rid of this pink, so I made 3 pink, so 2 will go to the store, and 1 will go to the con here. And then I had, and just enough to make this half and half, and I actually like this one. I think it's really cute. There's another safety yellow, so I'll go to the store. There is 2 pewter, so 1 each here, and I think that's it. So, then I was really just trying to figure out, okay, what can I make? I don't have safety eyes, like, what can I do here, right? So I was like, wait a minute, this would be the perfect Bulbasaur color, right? But I don't have eyes, what am I gonna do? So then I was like, wait a minute, can I embroider eyes? And I love them. I'm not trying to be, you know, I think he looks better like this. So I think I might have, depending on how many I made, I think I'm gonna have 2. I'm gonna have 1 with safety eyes and then 1 with embroidered eyes. And I absolutely love him. He's so cute. Obviously, he's going to the con, right? And then, now Charmander isn't technically done, but all he needs is like a little floofy bit around his tail, right? So I had just enough. I was pushing it. Actually, that's a lie. I had plenty of this color. And I embroidered both of his eyes, and the one, which one's the first one? This one. This one is the first one, this one right here. And I absolutely love his eyes. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but I'm gonna put those over here because I do need to embroider, or his tail needs like a red fire bit. But I'm actually obsessed with those eyes, and I was really happy with how they came out. So I'm like, you know what? I've got a little yellow left, a little salmon left. Let me make, like, I don't know, a fire squid thing. So this orange, this salmon color, ran out on the last tentacle. So I had to put a red tentacle in here. And then he got embroidered eyes as well. I did the same as Charmander. I don't know if the camera's not really going to pick it up, but there's a red embroidery, like, right here. I know he's kind of weird and unique, but I think I like him. He's cute. It's supposed to be like a fire squid. I don't know. So then I was like, well, I've got purple. Did I use it to make a scrunchie? Absolutely not. I made Gengar. But it was the same thing. I didn't have eyes yet. So I'm like, let me just embroider his eyes. And I think he looks scary. But I mean, he's a scary ghost type Pokemon. Like, I feel like the eyes actually suit him. Because I didn't just like willy-nilly do these eyes. I Googled those eyes. I stared into those eyes as I embroidered them to make sure I did them right. That was intense. Anyways, so yeah, I'm actually obsessed with these eyes. I know he's a little, you know. So I gotta make a new one in with the regular eyes. So then I was just trying to use up that gray, right? So we made, I don't know what happened with this guy. This guy didn't get it. I think this is the one that ran out of stuffing on. So I did run out of stuffing because I had a little bit in my car. Just like randomly shoved in a bag. So I'm like, okay. So we made 2 spiders with eyes. Because for some reason I didn't have any gray spiders. So those are gonna go to the store. And then I made one spider with embroidered eyes. That loud. And that will go to the store as well. So the reason why I did embroidered eyes on some of these is because I'm trying to fill up that basket. Like all the minis baskets that were emptier, I was trying to fill up. And then I also took every single one of my keychains, my diamond painting keychains, to Grandma's house. And I did them. So this is what I spent the majority of my first couple days on. There's obviously some duplicates, like I think the Opasta beaver, whatever that was, I think that's my favorite. So yeah, these are all gonna be up for sale. This one, I think he's an otter. These will all be for sale, and that's it. Okay, including the whips, all the ones that aren't completely done yet, we have a total of 85 items. I don't know if I counted the first two times the other times I've done this, but 85 items. Yeah. Anyways, there is a playlist for this now somewhere. I don't know where the playlist will show up, but all the grandma how many we makes are in a playlist. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go record the next one, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Okay guys, I know I closed out the video. I forgot to tell you how much inventory we made. For some reason, I don't know if I showed you. Oh. No, it still fell. So I don't know if I made these after the video or what, but these weren't in the actual inventory. So there's 4 chickens. So these 2 on the left here were the ones that weren't inventoried, and the 2 on the right were inventoried. So I fixed that. And I also need to write down that I need green and purple. I think that's it. I need green and purple for the con, and then we're done with scrunchies.